Hey guys, it's Rambler here. Yet another part of episode 8. I have no idea, this is just so good, these special effects. This is my special effects version of minimalist filmmaking. Zero budget, zero crew. There is no human star, in a sense visually. The star is the boots, and the star is... I don't even really think of myself as a star of this. I'm just some rambling dude. But it's so awesome how I was blessed with these incredible special effects. I was just talking about how I was doing this on such an ultra no budget, nothing, slimming down filmmaking. I mean, it's a video, I know, but it's 4K, all right? I like to think that I'm a filmmaker. Why is it? I don't know, that we don't like the word video. But anyway, my point being, it's so amazing how... I'm going to use the word God. If you want to insert the verse, go right ahead. I'm just sitting here humbling myself, saying, hey, I don't have the $300 million, I don't have the crew, I don't have the budget, I don't have a special effects people. And next thing you know, without even me even thinking about it, the very next day I'm shooting these killer special effects. Absolutely killer special effects. I mean, check this out. This is just unreal. Totally incredible, totally awesome. Was I not telling you? Did I not also tell you in previous episodes that anything can happen and anything will happen, and to expect craziness? And I did tell you that this could end up being Top Gun. This could end up being the White House. Who knows where these boots are going to go? Nobody knows. I don't even know. I don't know if these boots are ever going to leave this hood, or these boots could go around the world. These boots could go into space. These boots could go to the moon, to Mars. I mean, I'm not really interested in a lot of that stuff. But I'm just saying, we live in such an incredible world. That's what I love so much about Hollywood, is how anything can happen and anything does happen. And it's not just Hollywood, it's America. And so many of us have forgotten that the reason we're all here, unless you were just born into privilege or something, so many of us are here because of the land of freedom and opportunity. And I can tell you right here, if you could look at all the homes here, huge amount, I don't know if it's 50% or 80 or what percentage, but these houses are many Armenians and Russians and Ukrainians, and they're here because they didn't like the war-torn, just the endless cycle of violence that just doesn't seem to be able to stop in the old country. You have, for example, the Palestinians and the Israelis, and it just doesn't seem, it seems to have gotten better actually with the Abrahamic Accord, or what it's called. But before that, there's just this endless cycle of violence that one side hits and the other revenge, and then hit back and revenge and hit back and revenge. And the only way it's going to stop is for forgiveness. The only way it's going to stop is to, as Jesus said, you've got to turn the other cheek. If you want to stop the endless cycle of violence, you've got to turn the other cheek. Otherwise, it's just going to go on and on and on and on forever. And so guess what? The Puritans brought that Jesus ethic here to America. They founded America. I'm not trying to push a Christian nation on you at all. Everyone is welcome here, and there are literally millions of people that don't believe in God or Jesus, and that's you're totally welcome. I'm just giving you the history. Okay, you don't have to believe it. You can Google it. You can check Wikipedia. But the founders of this nation that came here on the Mayflower were devout Christians, and they were trying to build what they thought of as a shining city on the hill. And one of the fundamental core values of that is the idea of turning the other cheek. We want to get away from the old country and its endless wars. We don't need the endless wars and the endless hatred and the endless revenge and the corrupt kings, the despots. We want to self-govern. We want democracy. We want freedom and peace and prosperity. And basically, the Puritans in the first. And again, I'm not glorifying these people. I'm not trying to make them out as some kind of saints or uber-humans, or I'm not trying to tell you you need to be like them, okay? I'm just giving you the history. You're free to reject it or accept it, whatever, but it's giving you the history from what I've read and seen in multiple sources. They were mostly just about business. And if you really study history, you will see that a lot of civilizations weren't really into business. It's like they weren't built around business. They were built around their gods, their idols. They were built around fertility and farming and agriculture, and not that it's not business, but what I'm saying is business is, the buying and selling and the trading and the accumulation of money. And when you define it like that, the idea that money is a commodity and that it's a really, really cool thing to accumulate a lot of money. And I know this may sound like a dirty word to a lot of you on the left. Capitalism is like an evil thing. But I think you need to understand that the roots of it were noble. It obviously got corrupted in different ways. Obviously, capitalism got corrupted in ways, and I understand that some of the mega corporations, Exxon and some of those corporations, yes, I understand they probably did immense amounts of evil and they were not perpetrators of social justice. I understand all that, but what I'm saying is the roots and the seed ideas of the Puritans when they came over here, they were all about the reason they wanted to have, it's the same reason that I will say I would like to be in that position, is you can really, really change the world and help the world and make the world a lot better place if you have money. I have neighbors here, and sometimes maybe some of them can't pay their rent. I mean, they're not my neighbors. Again, I don't live here, but I mean, my friends, my neighbors' neighbors. And I just want, how incredible is it when you can write them a check for $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 and not want anything back? Just be like, you know what? I've been there. I couldn't pay my rent. I know how terrifying it is when the first of the month comes by and you don't have, your balance is lower than your rent. I know how horrifying, what a nightmare that is. And guess what? Here's a check. And I don't want something back. I may never see you again. That, if you've never done that, you should try it. You should try it. It's just one of the most amazing feelings you'll ever have, is to be that generous, to be able to be that easy. It's a truly, truly incredible thing, and I want you guys to try it if possible. But the point about that is, a lot of you are out there saying, yeah, good, that sounds great, but I don't have $1,500 or $2,500 that I can just give away to someone expecting nothing in return. That's the whole point of capitalism. That's why you need to accumulate wealth. I'm not saying you need to, but if you want that feeling, if you want to bless someone, here's another one, would just be preserving. How about fine art? How about, a starving artist who's just amazing, who you think is the next Picasso, and they are going to give up their art if someone doesn't fund them. They're going to have to go to the job at Starbucks, and they can't paint. They can't devote themselves to their art or their craft full time the way they should be doing. You know, that's another reason. Being a patron of the arts. Another super cool reason to accumulate wealth. And it's not a dirty thing. It's all about the heart. If that's where your heart is, then you should have a lot of money. If your whole reason to accumulate wealth is because you want power over other people and you want to force people to do what you want them to do, that's an entirely different matter. And that's where capitalism meets greed and is sheer evil. And I do believe that the greatest evils, the greatest enemies of humanity that are around today are greedy capitalists. And I ain't gonna name any names. You either know who they are or you don't, and that's fine. But there are people that capitalism has blessed beyond belief. Like literally, we're talking 50 billion, 100 billion. We're talking 100 billion, 200. Maybe I should just shut up and let you enjoy the show. Alright guys, we're coming up here on the 12-minute mark, so it's time to sign off and start part number 3 or 4. I don't even know anymore. This is just so awesome. These special effects thank you for the love, like, share, subscribe. I've been forgetting to tell you that in a few days I really have to have some kind of love back. This is a two-way street. I need the likes, I need the subscriptions. If you can, take a second. Comments are needed. So, alright, this is Boots Rambler. I'm going to see you right back here in a second. I'm going to start part 3 or 4. Alright. God bless.